Well, let's take a look at the lineup for this 25-lap feature race for the USAC National Midget Car Series. Steve Payton will have the pole position. Alongside will be Mark Daly. In the second row, J.J. Yaley and James Chesson carrying our onboard camera. The third row, Tracy Hines and Jerry Coons Jr. Row number 4 will be Ted Hines and Aaron Fike. Back in row number 5, Matt Westfall and A.J. Fike. In the sixth row, Brian Gerster in the 94 and John Nervo in 21. The seventh row has Mark Freeland and Danny Everts. Ron Gregory and Ryan Scott will make up row number 8. In the ninth row, Chad Davenport on the inside and Teddy Beach on the outside. And Dave Darlin will start alongside Brad Kuhn in the 10th. Run a clean 25 laps of racing here. The green is out, and here we go. The midget feature race is underway, and Payton on the bottom of the racetrack takes the lead momentarily, at least through turn number 2, but gets a serious challenge from Daly as they head for turn 3.
4 abreast down there in turn number 1. Already Yaley up to third spot, so he's really on the move early in the race.
Yaley now is in second spot as he sets his sights on Payton and takes the lead down the backstretch. It only took him that long to get the lead, but Payton is finding a good groove there in the middle of the racetrack.
Down at the bottom and the middle down there in turns 3 and 4. It's been quick all night long, but the top seems to be a little bit faster, especially down in turns 1 and 2 now.
J.J. Yaley leading Steve Payton, first and second positions. They pulled away from the rest of the pack a little bit. Running back into third position is the number 24 car. That's Jerry Coons Jr. He is running third.
And Coons, Tracy Hines has moved into fourth, so those two guys have moved up quite nicely.
Dave Darlin has moved up to 14th position. He started 19th. So there is Coons running in third. And a good battle for that position. That is Aaron Fike in the number 32 car. And that is the 11 of Tracy Hines. That is running in the 4th spot, battling with Jerry Coons Jr.
And you can see the dust coming up down there in turns 3 and 4 now. They've kind of worn out that bottom. So many people have been running on the bottom of the racetrack that has started to dry out. And that's the reason the dust is coming up. Turns 1 and 2, still plenty of moisture up there.
Looking for Dave Darlin as he is doing a magnificent job. There he is in the middle of the racetrack.
Ron Gregory slowed up right in front of him. He had to get on the binders in order not to run into the back of him as he had a lot of momentum coming off of the corner. Gregory seems to be sliding up in the middle of the corner and then coming back down at the bottom, making it very difficult for Dave to find a place to get around him.
Just amazing the evening that Dave Darlin has had. It was right there in his heat race that he flipped after bumping the wall. And despite the fact that his eyes were showing red, and when we talked with him shortly afterward, he has readied the backup car and gotten into this feature race and is battling with Ron Gregory in the red 22, and he sneaks under him and takes the spot.
That's called a good old slide job there, young man, and that's what the veterans do. I think it got his attention a little bit because he came sliding up there pretty quick.
J.J. Yaley has a nice, comfortable lead on the rest of the field.
It looks like Darlin had trouble back there.
Indeed, he has slowed down, is going very slowly down the backstretch, heading to turn number 3. So Darlin's run is, it looks like he's got something broken on the right rear of that car, Larry.
Well, it's a tough break for him because he was trying to stay in the points lead, trying to work his way up through there, and obviously his night is finished in that car.
J.J. Yaley is just on a streak. There he is, already lapping Chad Davenport. Yaley has the lead of the race. Payton is still running in second. Then Hines is in third, and fourth is just within a matter of car lengths. Here they come out of corner number 4 down the front straightaway, and the interval between first and second is now just a matter of car lengths. Tracy Hines chasing J.J. Yaley. Hines, currently 8th in the midget point standings, finished 5th in the 2001 USAC midget points. Won the 100 last year, a famous midget car race at Terre Haute, Indiana. Also won at Joliet.
Yeah, and those guys heading for more lap traffic as Yaley now that Hines has almost caught him, evidently he got wind of it because he's picked up the pace just a little bit, but Hines still closing in, it looks like.
Completing lap number 19, so we've got 6 more laps to go, and Hines has plenty of time to do it, and he is just within a matter of inches at times from taking over the lead, as Yaley will continue to have to deal with lap traffic here at least for a while longer, but he disposes quickly of the number 22 car driven by Ron Gregory. Hines should have won last night, but broke a rear end late in the event while leading. Oh yeah, and the yellow comes out, and a car spun in turn 3. Yeah, that is the 44 car of Danny Everts. And
he's done more than spun.
Yeah.
He's had a little contact with something up there. As you can see, the whole front end of that thing is laying over.
Well, this is going to be interesting.
Yes, it will. It's going to give these guys a chance to catch their breath, for one thing. And I can tell you that they're probably breathing pretty hard right now. They're going to be real happy they don't have to run the anything but the feature race in the sprint cars. But you can see Everts out there taking stock on what's happening. He said, doggone it.
Well, Danny finished 3rd in the 2000 USAC Western Midget point standings. He is out of competition here in the 25-lap feature at Eldora. Danny Everts spinning down in turn number 3. Here's how they are running at the moment, as we have 6 laps to go in this one. Yaley, Hines, Payton, Aaron Fike, and Ted Hines are the top 5. Let's take a look quickly at the second 5 as we talk to Dave Darlin, who is down in the pit area. Dave, what happened to your backup car?
Well, we ran over a big chunk of mud out there on the track and knocked the belly pan up into the oil pump and knocked the oil pump drive belt off, and it just lost oil pressure, and I could feel it start tightening up, so I had to get it off there.
Thanks for talking with us. I know it's been a tough evening, but there are better days ahead, I'm sure, for Dave Darlin as the green comes out, and here we go for the final 6 laps of the race, and Yaley got a good jump. I expected Tracy Hines to be right on his back bumper when the green came out, but Yaley got a nice jump, and that could be the difference.
Yeah, it seemed like the bottom end of that thing didn't want to clean out real well, and it just cost him a lot of track position on there. He's got with only 6 laps to go, now only 5 laps to go, he's got a lot of distance to make up to get it back up there and challenge.
Hines is about 10, 12 car lengths behind as Yaley runs the middle of the racetrack. Back there for 3rd position, a good battle as Payton is now challenged by the 32.
Yeah, that's Aaron Fike. Yeah, Aaron Fike really all over him right now as he's trying low. Ooh, he got a little bit sideways right there, a little bit more sideways than he wanted to be, and could have spun that thing pretty easily.
Been a good race for Aaron, who started this race in 8th position and is currently running in 4th, but just a matter of a few feet behind the 3rd place Steve Payton.
Yeah, I think J.J. Yaley caught him off guard there when he took off so well, and that's pretty much ended any challenge for Tracy Hines.
Just looking down in turn number 1, and something has come off a car, but it went way up into the cushion at the top of the racetrack, so it won't be a factor. Don't think it's going to bring out a caution flag, as we only have 2 more laps to go now, less than 2 to go in the midget feature. And again, the best battle on the racetrack there is probably what I saw. It came off of Fike's car. The white flag comes out for Yaley, who appears to be on his way to victory once again. The battle for 3rd. Oh, and
big
a car
blow up.
Blows up down in turn number 1. And
man, that thing is on fire. It was a red car. We'll have to wait and see.
And
that's
it looks
Jerry
like
Coons Jr.
Yes.
He's trying to get out of that thing. It's plenty hot. Ooh.
Wow.
He got, boy, you can see that thing did burn him. He's getting his gloves off because they're very hot. I had that happen to me one time at Terre Haute. It's been 15 years ago now, but I kind of sat up in the seat and steered the thing with my feet just to get out of the flames. He says, help get that off. You can see that that charred look is where the flames burned that uniform. He had to get that uniform off because even though it doesn't burn you, it gets hot, and it still feels hot through the uniform. That's one reason you want to wear long sleeves. You see he's got on short sleeves, but even though that uniform, it will transfer some heat through there. If you've got that insulated underwear on there, it'll keep you from getting burned underneath.
Well, Jerry Coons Jr. had a great race last night at Lima Land, started 21st and finished 4th. This is only his 3rd USAC Midget feature start of the year. He has 5 midget victories in all, and you can smell in the air even through the booth here, and we are quite a ways away from where that car exploded. You can smell the oil that it's burned in the car.
Yeah, and that was an oil fire. You could see the oil coming out of there, and that makes a big red flame alcohol fire. You see all the smoke right there, and it finally, all that oil got out on the header, and it just exploded all that oil. And he's feeling all that heat. You can see it's in the cockpit. Look at his uniform is on fire right
sure
there.
Is.
We were talking about how charred it looked. Well, that's the reason. It's charred because it was actually burning because some of the oil had splashed up there, got on the uniform, and you can see it was hot. He's trying to get that thing off. And those brown spots are actually char marks on that uniform. That uniform did its job, though, and kept him from any real bad injury.
Here's another look. We were focusing on the battle for third there between Payton and Fike, and right behind him, Coons was running in fourth position, and just as he approached the start-finish line, the thing let go on him.
Yeah, and he was trying to get her slowed down, but while in the process, all that oil came out, got on the header, and it must have blown a hole clear through the side of the engine. That's what let all the oil come out, and that got all over him and the rest of the car and caught that thing on fire. Very lucky.
And the car stopped finally by hitting the wall, and that's where the fire extinguisher was right there, and Coons out of the car very, very quickly. The red flag is out, and we'll have a green, white, and checkered finish here. The car obviously on the hook, and Gary Lee, we see you also right there.
Yeah, but I can't talk, you see, because I'm out of breath from running down here. He's in the ambulance being taken back to the infield. Actually, the ambulance is going outside the racetrack, so he's probably going to, is it Coldwater nearby for a checkup? And I think I'll go in the next ambulance. I'm too damn old for this. Where's the golf cart?
Well, actually, they did bring one of the ambulances back down inside, and that's probably the one with Jerry and Coons in it. So that's good news.
All right, under red here during the midget car feature race, Jerry Coons Jr. with a very scary fire in that car. 24 of the 25 laps completed. It's Yaley, Hines, Payton, Fike, and now Ted Hines, the top five. Next time around, we will run the final lap of this midget car feature event. There's the way they are running right now. So the green and the white will come out at the same time. They'll just race 1/2 mile around Eldora to decide who wins it. Yaley, remember last time we went off of a caution to green, got a big jump on Hines. Let's see if that happens once again as Hines takes him down into turn 3 and 4.
Well, it's Yaley's race to lose. If he doesn't make a mistake, he's probably not going to lose this race. He got a huge run. That 11 car is just not getting a good run off the bottom, and he may get past for a second as Payton goes to the bottom and tries to get around him. Now, look at Fike, though. He got a great run off the corner.
And Fike closes in on Payton, but can't do anything with him. They're going to finish the same way they came around last time. Yaley wins it, Hines, then Payton, and then Fike in that order. So Yaley does it after all. Wow, is he on a hot streak or what?
Man, oh man. That's 4 out of the last 5 in this series, so that's, I'd say that's pretty hot.
And he's got the sprint car feature to compete in a little bit later tonight, and certainly a favorite to win that thing too.
Well, I'd like to see his deposit check come Monday morning after all this. Gee whiz, he's certainly taking in a few bucks because these things pay pretty good over here. $4,000 to win the sprint cars, probably $2,500 to $3,000 to win the midgets.
Well, he won at Hawkeye Downs and in Fremont, had a second place at Anderson, Sparta, Lima, a 5th at Phoenix and Attica, and has another win here tonight. As Yaley now begins to unbuckle, takes the steering wheel off. Gary Lee is right there to talk with him when he emerges from the car. Gare?
Well, actually, his wife is making out a shopping list right now because he's making so darn much money this week. She's going shopping as soon as this evening's over. JJ! We're not going to climb a fence. Just stay here with me this evening. Congratulations. Hey, you had to endure a couple of restarts there, but you couldn't tell what type of a gap you had on those restarts.
Yeah, I recanted from the heat race. That was the longest 8 seconds of my life there. You know, this Ford was running great. Performance racing team was awesome. The team did an excellent job. Just a matter of just hitting the holes right tonight and starting on the front row helped a little bit too.
Well, earlier this week, you had back-to-back wins, sprint car midget. Did it earlier at Hawkeye Downs. Can you do it again this evening?
We're going to try. You know, the car's real good right now. We're going to do some of the racetrack here. We're going to make some adjustments on the ABC Center Rock Red Line car and see if we can't double up.
We can can also tell
Look
you
at the standings here, the finishing positions in the feature race for the midget cars. We can tell you that J.J. Yaley came into this race second in the point standings, and now he has taken the lead over Dave Darlin by just 8 points, as Darlin has had all kinds of problems here tonight. There is 6 through 10, as Jerry Coons Jr. finished in the 9th position. So we have a lot more racing action for you coming up in just a moment from Eldora. J.J. Yaley has won the midget car feature.